Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm gonna say it again and I'm saying it in every single haul recently, but like seriously. Ooh, these launches have got to stop coming around so thick and fast because these videos, it's not light work. It takes a long time, but I love doing them so I don't really mind. Today's video, it's an exciting one. We've got some more Amplify. The Surface range is back, which I know that some people love. My own opinions on that I'll get to. Launch is August 6th. However, before I get into all the good stuff that you actually came to the video for, I just want to say very quickly, I have come to the end of my like 3-month rolling thing where I've been choosing a charity local to me, mainly dealing with like things related to cost of living and all that sort of stuff. I'm coming to the end of that 3-month thing where I'm donating a portion of my social earnings every single month, but it's something that I really want to continue with. However, I've sat and thought about it and I feel like you guys support me so much with Alphalete, you support me with everything, like even like watching a simple video, it's because of you guys that we've even been able to donate it. Like I don't see it as me doing it, I see it as us doing it. So I feel like for the next 3 months I want to pick 3 charities that matter to you guys to do those donations to. So if you could leave a comment below of a charity that is close to your heart, a charity that has helped you, any suggestions, as long as they can take like online payment donations, because I know quite a lot of you are in the US, just let me know. Also, as a little way to give back, by the way, this is not a pressure thing for you to use my discount code Amy for 10% off if you want to use it. Massively helps me with Alphalete, helps me personally and means that I get to keep doing these videos. However, you don't need to use it on this launch, you can use whoever's you want. I just want to do this as a way to give back to anyone who's ever supported me this month, next month, last year, 2020, whenever it was. I want to say thank you. I normally do this on Black Friday and trust me, I've got something very special in mind for Black Friday this year. This isn't my full-time job. I do online coaching. A lot of my clients are like feeling a bit of a nip financially at the moment, and a lot of DMs I'm having on Instagram are from people saying that, oh, I really want some Alphalete stuff from this drop, but like I just can't afford it right now. So I like to do cash giveaways. So I am going to be giving away £500 cash, which you can spend on whatever you want. Put it towards paying off your student loan, put it towards I know it's only a drop in the ocean, especially in the UK housing market, fucking hell, but if you want to save it towards a house deposit, whatever you want to do with it, spend it on a girls holiday to Zante if you want. I'm not judging, you do you, boo. You can do whatever you want with that money. It's not going to be an Alphalete gift card or anything like that. You can spend it on Alphalete if you want, but it's not that way inclined. On top of that, I will then donate £100 to any charity of your choice. So basically a £600 giveaway, but you will receive 500 and a cause that matters to you will receive 100. I'm going to leave the details of how to enter that in the description box, but it's not like a ploy for you to use my code on this launch, because anyone who's ever used my code ever, even if it was like when did I start working with Alphalete? April 2020, you're still going to be able to enter. So don't worry, and also don't worry if you're not buying on this drop, it doesn't mean you can't enter. This is like the fairest way to do it in my opinion for that reason, because like I've just said, I know people can't afford stuff at the moment, so I don't want to exclude anyone. But yes, I'm super excited to be doing that, and I am just gonna dive in to the haul. I don't know if you can tell, but like this drop I'm a bit happier with, guys, not gonna lie. This, you guys know I'm not gonna do the whole, I'm honest, you can't buy my opinion. I've given you that spiel like a million times. Everyone knows how it is by now. If I don't like something, I'll tell you. If I love something, I'll tell you. If I don't think something's worth the money, I'll tell you. You already know how it is. However, this drop, especially some of the lighter colours of Amplify, to me it's the most impressive I've seen Alphalete do in terms of like sheerness in quite a while. I would say of these colours, it's the most impressive in terms of like opaqueness, stand-up proofness, especially in some of the lighter colours. Not all of them, some of them are still awful since the OG drop. So I've just got to say, like, shout out to Alphalete, because I feel like the thing with Alphalete is they are a brand who listens. Like, I know that people think like, oh, why are they giving us this line, why are they giving us that line, they're clearly not listening, we only want amplify. Everyone wants different things, but there is amplify in this drop for my amplify lovers. But Alphalete is a brand who listens to people, and I personally feel very, very, very lucky to work with a brand that actually wants honest feedback. They want honest opinions. Christian is one of like the nicest, most easygoing people ever. Like, I've literally said to him before, I really hope my opinions never come across as too harsh, and he said literally, don't worry about it, we want the honesty, we want the feedback. He's a perfectionist. I've, like, full disclaimer, I've had work planned with brands before, sent videos off for approval, which by the way you don't have to do with Alphalete. Sent videos off for approval, and they've come back to me and said things like, you need to take the sizing comparison out because it reflects poorly on the brand. I just pull the work, like, I'm not posting it, that's not helpful. How am I meant to tell? Like, it literally, I don't understand the logic behind it, because if I am telling you, look, this is a difference in sizing, that's going to help you pick your right size and mean you're causing the business less faff because they're going to get less returns. It's beneficial to be honest with these things. Anyway, rant over. As you can tell, I'm a lot happier with this drop. So colour palette wise, the colours are stunning, but like, am I a neutral girly? Hell fucking yes, I'm a neutral girly. So for me, palette wise, I think the like Scarlet Storm Grey drop was probably more my thing. However, bar Scarlet, in terms of like material and stuff, this is my favourite Alphalete drop since the OG drop. Just bloody saying. It's not the OG material, I'll get onto all this, it's not the OG material, but it's definitely my favourite. I'm gonna pop on the rolling PDF, and it's gonna fucking work this time, because it didn't work last time, and everyone was commenting saying, Amy, there's a missing file, and I was like, I know, but the videos took me 4 hours to export, and I don't want to do it again. So I just had to leave it, and I'm really sorry, because I know it annoyed some people. We're not doing that shit this time. I am bloody checking that everything is looking chef's kiss. I'm actually going to proof watch this video this time, because I'm not having that again. I only got my package yesterday, by the way. I got my package yesterday about 3 PM. I've put a shit ton of content on Instagram stories already, which have already been saved to a highlight, so head over there for all that sort of stuff. I'll kind of direct you through the video of what's on my Instagram and what's going to be in this video sort of thing, but I'm going to try and cover as much as possible in this video, because I know not everyone has got Instagram. So yeah, I've been up since 6:30 this morning. It's Saturday today, it's now 9:30 and we're filming. I've done all my trying clips, all that sort of stuff, and I'm gonna try my absolute best to get this video up this weekend. So fingers crossed you're watching this on either Saturday or Sunday. If you're watching it later, that's fine, but hopefully the date says it was posted Saturday or Sunday. Anyway, PDF time. PDF is going to show you everything that is launching in this drop. We've got Seamless and we have got Surface, which is some people's favourite collection. Like, some people prefer Surface over Amplify. I don't know what the sales are looking like, but I would hazard a guess that Surface might be like the second best selling. But yeah, so we've got some new colours, new colour palette for Seamless, and the oil stain is back for the Surface. I'll get onto that, but I'm going to go over the Seamless items first. For reference, I am 5'6", the inside of my leg is 28 inches. I am truly all femur and torso. My waist is about 24 inches. I think it might be like more, I think my waist is probably somewhere between 24 and 25 at the moment, to be honest, because I am on a little bit of a gaining phase right now, but I will actually double check that for you and I'll leave it in the description box, because I've got a measuring tape at home. I'll measure in the morning. My glutes are 39, but I think the bund has grown since the last time I did it, so I'm gonna update in the comments. It might be over 39, and if it is, we'll be celebrating. We'll be bloody celebrating, because it's a long and hard road to 40 inches, let me tell you that. I'm a 32 double D. However, the girlies, Phil and Grant, if you used to watch EastEnders, you know, they are fake, they're not real. So when I'm talking about support, when I'm talking about how they sit in the bras, in the Surface bras in particular, because I've got different sizes to show you, I've always got you in mind, just bear that in mind, because they do move, they do squish, they do all these things, but they don't quite move like normal boobs do. Onto the seamless. Straight away, something that I need to tell you is I don't have any of the seamless v-neck crops. Not sure why. I did pick the pink one, but it wasn't in my package. So I hate doing this because I feel like it sounds like a ploy to make you follow me on Instagram, but it's really not. Actually, just stalk me every day for the next 2 weeks until August the 6th when this drop happens, and that's completely fine with me. But I will go over that on Instagram if/when I get the top. However, looking at it, it comes in the whale blue, wash denim, misty lilac, blossom, hazelnut. From what I can see on the renders, if the renders are true to real life, the only difference is it's a v-neck and it has like some kind of like underbust contouring, but like I said, I'll let you know when I get it. A lot of the Alphalete girls that I follow, I think Bailey said hers fits the exact same, so sizing wise, again, I will update on Instagram and give you like a proper my opinion if I ever get the top. But yeah, they're basically the same as the Alphalete short sleeve, long, normal crops. So stick with the same size. They won't be sweat proof. The only real difference is a bit of contouring and a v-neck line. But like I said, I will update on Instagram stories if/when I get that stuff. So let's go over the shorts first. I've got the shorts in every single colour. So we've got whale blue, we've got hazelnut, which kind of matches my bodysuit. By the way, I know I'm going to get questions. Bodysuit is Skims. I got to work with Skims recently. When I tell you I shit myself when I got the email, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh. Yeah, hazelnut colour. Love this colour. Like on the renders it looks very like yellow and just weird. In person it's like a stunning nude cream. And then we have got the blossom colour, which is like this beautiful baby pink. But these colours are very much like muted dull colours, if that makes sense. Like it's not a bright baby pink, it's a dusty baby pink. The same with the lilac. It's not like a bright lilac to me, it's more of a dusty lilac. But yeah, that's misty lilac. We've got washed denim, which is this really nice kind of blue colour, most similar to Blue Moon. If you want colour comparisons, I think I'll just pop the screenshots in this video from my Instagram stories, but if you want to see them in like proper quality, they're on the Instagram highlight. And I always get asked whenever there is a drop whether these colours are like solid or mild. All of them are a little bit mild, to be honest. When I look at them up close, you can't really tell on the hazelnut, blossom and misty lilac because they are so light, but it does look like they've got a bit of like white through them. You can tell on the wash denim that it's mild. I don't know if you can see up close. You can tell a lot on my Instagram thing with the colour comparison, because this next to Blue Moon, you can see that this is mild, whereas Blue Moon at the top isn't. The only one that's not mild at all is Whale Blue. Straight off the bat, this is my least favourite colour of this drop. If I'm going to say don't get a colour, I would actually say this one. If you've got Oceania, I don't know how, girls, I'm from Yorkshire, I don't know how to pronounce anything that's not stark obvious because I'm an absolute uncultured swine. Everything just sounds 10 times worse when I say it. If you've already got that colour, seriously don't bother with Whale Blue. It's very similar. I just think this colour is just a bit like meh. Like because it's such like a muted blue, I'm not a huge fan. Also, the seams is something that I wanted to touch on, because on the Whale Blue colour in particular, the seams are quite a bit of a different colour to the rest of the legging. Now this is kind of different with every single Amplify drop. Like some of the seams are more obvious than others, like the ombre ones were quite obvious. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the seams on the Whale Blue. They look a bit weird. I don't think the seams look weird on the wash denim. The seams on the misty lilac are fine. They're actually a little bit lighter. The seams on the blossom are probably the least noticeable. They're like a dead match on there. And then the seams on the hazelnut, again, I would say probably the least like noticeable. I don't really like the whale blue colour, and I don't really like the seams on it. Also, just the material of this one just feels weird. I will get onto the material in a second. Right, these are the 4.5 inch inseam shorts. You already know my absolute favourite product that Alphalete do, full stop, period. Like, it's curtains, is the biker short. If anyone from Alphalete is watching this video, I might have to shut that window. Yes, if anyone from Alphalete just happens to be watching this video, please, I am begging you, bring back the biker shorts and make them like a consistent thing. For me, I would rather consistently have the biker shorts in drops as like the standard short that they do in an Alphalete drop, as opposed to the short shorts. Now, out of the short shorts and the leggings, I would always go for the short shorts. That's actually my most recommended thing from this drop. However, they don't bunda quite like the biker shorts bunda. The biker shorts just hit different. They don't really roll as much. These roll, whether it's an extra small or a small on me. Yeah, the biker shorts are just superior in every single way. However, then for me in the Amplify range in terms of bottoms, it would be the shorts, and I do prefer the 4.5 ones. They are longer than they used to be, and it's been that way since like the Scarlet Storm Grey drops. If you've had shorts since then that are Amplify that have dropped since then, you've had the 4.5 inch ones, so it's the same ones again. If you are familiar with my hauls, you will know I normally go for a size extra small across the board in Amplify. I know my measurements sometimes probably warrant more of a size small, but I've always been an extra small. I've never had issues. Like OG material, I've still got my extra small Viola biker shorts. They're not even sheer on me, and that's like basically, it's lighter than the lilac colour, which does go to show that it's not the OG material and all that sort of stuff. I'll get onto that. I need to stop getting sidetracked. I've always been an extra small. However, with the leggings on recent launches, I have been veering more towards a small ever since the... So with the ombre drop, I definitely needed a size small. Like the size small was a lot better on me than the extra small was. And in the Formula Red drop, the extra small was just way too tight, especially in the leggings. The shorts were actually okay, but the leggings were like, ooh. The shorts have been fine for me in an extra small recently. I'd say the only drop where I've ever thought, ooh, these are very, very, very small was the Frozen Spring Bloom Cheeky Coral drop. However, so the extra smalls and smalls in both the leggings and the shorts, in this drop across the board, I way prefer a size small. This drop, in my opinion, runs the smallest in terms of waistbands. For example, I laid my extra small Blue Moon and wash denim over each other, which I'll show you, and my wash denim is a size small, the Blue Moon is an extra small, the waist, that they're a dead match, like the waistbands are the exact same size. This drop runs small. Like I noticed, with some drops I don't really notice too much of a difference between an extra small and a small, other than the small doesn't really feel right on the waist. This time round, the small feels so much better on the waist. The extra small, just full disclosure here, I have cellulite on my stomach. Doesn't matter how lean I am, you'll see in my try-on clips, I'm still a very, very petite person. I've got cellulite on my stomach. Doesn't bother me as much as it used to, but it did used to really, really bother me. And in the size extra small, it really like emphasizes it because of how tight it is. It's very restrictive. Like when I'm stood up straight, oh my god, it looks amazing. It looks snatched in the extra small because it's so like it really snatches you in. But as soon as I like walk, I can feel like over each side, like it's just really uncomfortable, and it just makes, it's really not flattering in an extra small on this drop on me. As soon as I move, when I'm stood straight, fine. Also quite uncomfortable. Like I sat down in the Blossom shorts yesterday because I trained in them, and I thought, like, these are, it's just not nice feeling, like super, it's almost a bit like nauseating. So the waistbands on these, to be honest, the legs not so much. It's not like it's super compressive or anything like that. I didn't notice that. But I did notice the waistbands on these are tiny, and they definitely fit the tightest. It's definitely been getting tighter and tighter on recent launches, but these waistbands are even smaller than like the mocha, French blue, titanium restock. So if you have been finding that your current size is getting a bit too tight in recent drops, especially in the waistband, go with your size up. So to cut the very long story I've just given you short, I am a size small. Size small would be what I prefer in both the shorts and the leggings in this drop, other than in the whale blue leggings, because these whale blue leggings just seem to run a bit big. These kind of run how a old size small that I didn't really like the fit of too much would. I think I could probably get away with an extra small in these, but with everything else, size small. So if you are between sizes and you've always gone with like the size down where you could kind of fit in 2 sizes with Amplify, seriously I would recommend that you go with your larger size in this drop. Just some sizing advice for you there. In terms of details and stuff, let's not go over it too much, but the waistband is the exact same as it has always been. So it moves from like a lower to a higher compression to really like shape you and go like that. I'll put in some overlays and stuff of like how the sizing looks over each other and all that good stuff. Okay, this is a PSA before I get into these little waistband comparisons. Christian messaged me this morning and I'm going to tell you what he said because it's only fair. I'm always happy to take some feedback. He said to be sure you don't measure waistbands against each other that have been worn / washed versus brand new out of the package. The waistband will never be / return to being as small as it comes out of the package, which I found quite interesting. I did find that quite interesting. However, yesterday I did put my Blossom shorts over my Lilac shorts, which are both an extra small, before I trained, and when I took them out of the bag they were the exact same size. I trained in my shorts yesterday. When I came back they had stretched out, and when I put them over they looked like more like a size small compared to the extra small Lilac. However, I washed them because they were like covered in dirt. They had the light colours, by the way, they're going to get dirty, so if that's going to bother you, maybe steer clear. I washed them. They have shrunk back down to the exact same size as they were before. So I do still think the waistband comparisons are helpful. However, just thought I would let you know that that is what Christian said. I do understand where he's coming from, because obviously if you have worn something it's going to get stretched out. However, if we're comparing like worn to worn, like obviously I've tried all these on for try on clips now, and all my other stuff that I'm going to compare it to is worn. So we are comparing worn to worn, but if you want to see all this launch's waistbands before I wore them, go on my Instagram, August Amplify highlights, because I did all those pictures before trying them on. So yeah, just thought I'd put that in there before we get on to some waistband comparisons. So the ombre launch ran notoriously tight. This is what I mean, by the way, when I say Blue Moon was like solid. You can see that this is mild. So the Blue Moon behind, believe it or not, is an extra small. The wash denim is a size small. Spot the difference, because to be honest, maybe slightly bigger in the wash denim, but they fit like an extra small. This is what I mean with this launch. They fit small. They fit small. Yeah, I feel like this comparison is useful because the ombre was like notoriously tight. So yeah, obviously I can't go over every single drop waistband comparison or every single colour, because this video will be about 300,000 hours long. But if there's something specific you want to see laid over, message me on Instagram and I'll do it. But yeah, I do also personally feel this comparison is fair because I've got Misty Lilac over the Restock Titanium, which I've both worn purely for try on clips. I've not trained in my titanium shorts, not because I don't like them, but just because I've got so many shorts that I've not got round to wearing them yet. And you can see that this drop is by far the smallest drop we have had. I'm comparing one for a try on to one for a try on.
both a size extra small. These waistbands are tight. One thing I did notice though is that these appear to be a little bit longer. Like this bit's longer, if you can see, like the crotch comes a little bit lower. So this bit's longer, and also this bit is a little bit longer as well, compared to the titanium. So most recent amplify drop. How the shorts fit compared to the leggings this drop, because sometimes the shorts are bigger, the leggings are smaller, all that sort of stuff. They're all just small this time, especially in the waist in my opinion. So extra small misty lilac over extra small blossom leggings, they're pretty much the exact same. Here are all the leggings laid over each other. So the whale blue and wash denim both are size small. This is what I mean by whale blue definitely fits more like a normal amplify size small, whereas this one fits a little bit smaller. So that's the difference between those in the same size. Big jump between the extra small blossom and the small in the whale blue. This is an extra small, back two are both size smalls. Lengthwise, to be honest, they're all pretty consistent this time round, not gonna lie. All the shorts overlaid, lengthwise, to be honest, they're all pretty similar despite being some different sizes. The extra small misty lilac though is definitely the longest in terms of length, but I don't notice a difference when I'm on. So you've got whale blue size small, hazelnut and washed blue size small. These are pretty much the exact same. Then you've got blossom and misty lilac in an extra small. It is worth bearing in mind with the blossom, these are washed but not dry yet. They're still a little bit wet. They're a little bit damp because they just didn't have time to dry properly overnight. So I do feel like filming the try on clips has stretched this out more because it's wet. But yeah, that's the shorts all laid over each other. Alphalete logo on the back is the same as recent drops, so the slightly like smaller one. This is probably my favourite like style of the logo that they've had on Amplify on the recent drops. I think it's the better one. Yeah, seam at the bottom as normal, and then scrunch on the back, which I'll put in some more like clips of the scrunchies and talk you through them, because there is a little bit of a difference between certain ones. I'll show you the old compared to the new. The scrunch is the newer scrunch, it's the thicker scrunch. Some people like it, some people don't like it as much. If I could choose, I would go back to the old scrunch personally. I never had a scrunch rip, but I don't think they needed to make it thicker to reinforce it. Some people might disagree. I personally think if you got the right sizing and were careful enough, obviously flukes will happen, but I do think if the right sizing has been got and you've been super careful putting them on, the scrunch shouldn't have popped. I know that some people did have that issue, and I don't doubt that there will be cases where it wasn't, you know, the fault of the person using the leggings, but I'm just quite sad that I feel like all those complaints made them change the scrunch, and now it's just not, it's not bad. It still goes up my bum crack, but I have noticed on people with smaller glutes, and like I said, I'm not saying I'm Kim K, but I have noticed on people with smaller glutes, the scrunch is more noticeable, and like your lower back, the scrunch is like longer. It's kind of weird. On like your lower back, you can kind of see it more at the top. It just used to be best way I can describe it is the scrunch didn't used to be a feature of the legging. It used to be a function of the legging to put it up your ass. Even if you didn't want it up your ass, trust me, that scrunch was making it go up your ass. Whereas now it's become more of a feature of the legging, like you can see it more, if that makes sense. And with the new scrunchies, you've also got this panel at the bottom. I don't really notice a difference with that, but yeah, I'll put in some clips and stuff of the scrunchies. As you can see, they're all the new thicker scrunch. However, there are differences with this little panel. So as you can see, the hazelnut one is quite short, looks quite normal. Misty lilac, the same, I would say, as hazelnut. The panel looks the same. Washed denim, the panel's a bit longer than the other colours. It's not quite as short. This little bit here, it's a bit longer, a bit more stretched out. The blossom looks the same as hazelnut and lilac, and then the whale blue one is particularly short. So yeah, there's a slight difference in like the length of this panel. Not gonna lie, do I notice a difference when it's on? Not really, but I just thought it was worth noting because I know the girlies like the nitty gritty and so do I. Everyone wondering what the difference is between the old scrunch and the new. This is the old one, this is my charcoal, so didn't really have this like panel thing at the bottom. Like if you can see, that just goes straight into the legging. There isn't a panel. It's much like skinnier. It's kind of like 3 rows of seams, whereas the new one, it's 4, it's thicker, and it's got this panel at the bottom. I've explained more in the video about like flatteriness and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, that's the difference. Just to show you that it is like the newer one, you've got Storm Grey, which I think was like the first drop that had this newer, thicker scrunch, and then you've got the new Lilac, so they've both got the panel, thicker scrunch. What I will say is these scrunches are definitely longer, in my opinion, than the Storm Grey one. It does vary colour to colour, but you can see that that is a bit of a longer scrunch, and these are both a size extra small, just for reference. And then just to show you the scrunch on the leggings, the size small scrunches are definitely longer, but these two are like consistent with each other, and these are both a small. This is an extra small, so I think that's more sizing than like a discrepancy. However, with them being longer, they do look more like stretched out and a little bit skinnier in the size small than they do in the extra small. I don't know if you can tell, I feel like this does look a bit skinnier, but it's also longer. With the shorts, regardless of whether it's extra small or small, they're all the same kind of like thickness. It's just kind of, yeah. So yeah, that's the legging scrunches.
So camel toe wise on these, I don't get one like immediately putting them on, but when I've trained in them, it does ride up there a little bit. I have said this before, I'll say it again. I love Alphalete seamless underwear, but I do find for some reason it's giving camel toe when I wear those that underwear, especially with Amplify, to be honest, with anything, but with Amplify in particular. So if you have that issue, Primark's £1.50 like G-string thongs, you might get more of a like VPL kind of line. To be honest, you get VPL with this newer Amplify material anyway, even in seamless. You might get that, but I do find I get less of a camel toe when I wear that underwear. So it definitely depends what underwear you get, but if I went commando, the hoof would be hoofing, do you know what I mean? Like, I'd get a camel toe. Sweatproofness, this material is not completely sweatproof. I trained in the Blossom colour yesterday and I did get a little bit of crotch sweat. Roll proofness, these shorts roll both in an extra small and a small on me. I just find short shorts roll regardless of what size I get them in. The biker shorts are the only shorts that don't roll, so regardless of size, these do roll up when you're working out. If that is going to annoy you, you'll probably prefer the leggings or just wait until there is bikers. I actually like it when my shorts roll, and I actually like that they dig in a little bit on my thigh, which they do in both an extra small and small, more so in an extra small of course, but I like that because when it digs in, it gives you that extra security, especially underneath your bum at the back, because if it's digging in a bit, it's not going to roll up and expose half your ass cheek. Like the Pulse shorts, for example, don't do that, but like the bottom of my bum cheeks was definitely hanging out when I was trying to train in them. So that is something to be aware of. Let's go on to squat proofness. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to put in some pictures first of all of stand-up proof tests in black underwear. So I've got a black thong on in all these pictures, and you are going to see what's crack-a-lacking with that. To just let you know as I'm going through them, the hazelnut I have in a size small, so what you're seeing is in a size small. The whale blue that you're seeing is also a size small. The wash denim, also a size small. And the Blossom and Misty Lilac are a size extra small. So just for reference in terms of like sizing up, all that sort of stuff. I've got a black thong on. The whale blue, as I suspected, are completely fine when you are standing up. There is no issue whatsoever. The wash denim is completely fine, kind of. You can see the black through like the mesh thing at the side, and you can see a very faint outline when I'm standing front on, but it's really not too bad, to be honest. Nowhere near as bad as like recent blues that I've tried. Like Blue Moon was quite bad, and this is quite similar in shade, so this definitely works better than Blue Moon for me. but it is worth bearing in mind this is a size small, not an extra small. The hazelnut really shocked me because I thought with a colour like this, even if you size up, which I technically have to a size small in this colour, you're still going to run into issues. Now, you can see the black underwear. I'm not going to deny that. You can see the black underwear. However, I was pleasantly surprised by how not so bad it was. So you can see it. You can see the black underwear from the front and you can see it through the mesh panel, but nowhere near as bad as colours like Cheeky Coral, Bloom. That drop was so bad, and I feel like these colours are kind of on the same wavelength in terms of, you know, the kind of lightness of the shades. So that really did impress me. So in a size small with nude underwear, these are actually okay. And for reference, in the try on clips that I put on, so the video clips, I've got nude underwear on. So if you want to see nude underwear, go to the try on clips. If you want to see black underwear, it's in the pictures that I have put on the screen. But before I just move on to the size extra smalls that I have, it is worth noting that with hazelnut, I'm not sure how that would look on like a deep skin tone. I do think you would see a more noticeable difference between the waistband and the rest of the leg on the shorts and the leggings in a super deep skin tone. There is a girl who I love speaking to on Instagram. I think her handle is like Cat K Fitness. I don't know if she's interested in the hazelnut colour, but she does normally get a lot of colours. She'll post really beautiful pictures on her Instagram. Stunning woman, lovely, beautiful, dark skin. So she's not going to have them before the drop, but she might get these kind of colours. So if you want to kind of see how these colours work on darker skin tones, hit her up, follow her. Yeah, make friends. She's a really lovely woman. I just love talking shit with her. Like, we talk about like designer stuff. I don't know her, by the way, we just know each other through Instagram. Really nice woman, love. But yeah, so with the lighter colours, so like the hazelnut, the blossom and the misty lilac, do bear in mind I can't vouch for dark skin tones, deep skin tones, and how that's going to look. Again, this highlights the importance of representation. However, I've got these two colours in the extra small. The least bad one out of the two is definitely lilac. So with nude underwear, this is actually okay on me. Like, it's not bad at all. Now, would I feel comfortable in these colours or hazelnut going commando? No, I'm going to be completely honest. I tried the commando life in front of the mirror yesterday in hazelnut and blossom. And look, I'm not judging. If you want to go commando, you do you, go commando. But could I see my actual in the mirror when I was like doing like an RDL kind of movement pattern? Yes. So I wouldn't recommend you go commando unless you're trying to give people a free show, in which case you do you, but you should probably charge for that because let's profit from these things. I wouldn't recommend going commando in them. I would recommend just sticking a nude pair of underwear on with them. However, with nude underwear, misty lilac is actually okay on me. I can still see nude underwear through this mesh panel down the side, just to be completely transparent. I can still see the label, and I can also, but you can tear away the labels. They are meant to be torn out. Can see the label and can see a bit of the nude underwear through the mesh panel, but to be honest, through the main body of the legging with nude underwear on, these are actually okay. The blossom colour, however, is really not okay. It doesn't even really work with nude underwear on me. It's very sheer, not even stand-up proof. Having said that, this is in a size extra small. I do genuinely believe if you go with the bigger size, which is what I probably should have done, I kind of wish I'd got this in the extra small and a small, but I was quite limited in what we could get. Like, we could get 9 amplify items, so I wanted to make sure I got like more colours and stuff rather than getting the same colour in different sizes. So if you got to a size small, I still think you're going to have issues with sheerness, not going to lie. However, it probably won't look as bad as the extra small. Like, the extra small on me, can't go commando because you can literally see my fanny. Can't go nude underwear. Well, I will wear this colour. Like, let's be honest, I'm going to wear this colour. I wore it to training yesterday with nude underwear. You can still see it. Luckily for me, my gym's lighting is quite dark and like moody, so you can't really see too much. But if I was like walking around during the day in these, you could see my nude underwear through them. Dark underwear is just a no-go, to be honest. No offense, you're a bit of an idiot if you're trying to wear black underwear with like baby pink, misty lilac. The reason why I did that is just to show a range. This one is not stand-up proof on me. Personally, I'm not interested in hearing the excuses of, well, it's a light colour. Viola is lighter. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's completely fine. I can literally wear black underwear with those shorts and you cannot see shit. So I'm not interested in that. It's a light colour, because if it was the true OG fabric, it would be fine. Just very, very quickly, squat proofness. The washed denim passed the test for me personally. I didn't have any issues with it. If you're wearing big underwear, like I know that Catherine does like the big underwear squat proof test, I have no doubt that you are going to be able to see big underwear under these, because you can with most things, to be honest, if you wore a big pant. However, if you wear a thong with these, I think you're going to be completely fine. Weirdly, whale blue, not squat proof. Like you can see sheerness around like the bottom of my bum. It's not like a sheen of the material, it's just sheer at the bottom of a squat in these, and you can also see it in like an RDL movement pattern. So these are not completely squat proof. Weirdly, I found that with Alphalete on like some recent drops. Some of the darker colours are worse than the lighter colours, but I think that's because of the contrast between the darkness of the colour and my skin tone, whereas some with dark skin might have more issues with the lighter colours, if that makes sense. So that's always something to consider. Again, that's why representation matters. And then these three are not squat proof. Like they're just not squat proof. I will wear them in the gym comfortably. It's not as bad as like Cheeky Coral. Like Cheeky Coral has never seen the light of day in my gym because it's just ridiculously sheer, to the point where I just know people are going to be looking at me and thinking, does she know how sheer her shorts are? All this talk of Viola brings me on to the material, which, will we ever have it the same between launches ever again? I don't know, because every launch is different, but that's why we go over these things, girlies, so we can grasp what the material is like. This material, straight off the bat, it's not the OG material. I don't think it's the OG material. It doesn't perform in the punch through test, which I will put in this video, the same way as the OG material. I'm going to put in like some close-ups and stuff, just talking about the material, so you can kind of see the difference in textures as the Amplify range has evolutionized. The punch through test is not to show you how sheer these are. That's what the stand-up test is for. That's what the squat proof tests are for. The punch through test is to show you the material. It's material focus. It's to show you how dense is this material, how thick the material is, because sometimes you can't properly tell just by trying them on, if that makes sense. My punch through test, if it's like you can see the whole ring, I'm not saying this colour is definitely see-through, although normally if that happens, it normally is. I'm just saying it's not the OG material, and you will see that, and I'll put in like comparisons and stuff. However, I had this conversation with a girl on Instagram when I put my punch through test on there, and I completely agree. Other than hazelnut and blossom and the whale blue, these colours perform so much better on the punch through test than recent launches. Did it perform as well as the OG? No, it didn't, because it's not the OG material. This material is different to previous launches, and there are differences between the colours, so let's talk about it. OG Ivy is up first. Then you've got Whale Blue. This is what I mean when I say Whale Blue is like so weirdly bad on this test. It's a lot thinner, but once it's on your body, it's okay. Like I said, take this with a pinch of salt. It's not to test the see-throughness, it's to test the material, the thinness. Then you've got Hazelnut, which, I mean, it was never gonna, do you know what I mean? I'm saying this, Viola's actually not too bad. And then we've got Misty Lilac. Let me make sure I don't put it through the mesh panel, because that's not fair. Blossom. You can see it's just not the thickness of the OG material, like it's just not the same. And then Wash Denim, which I feel like, to be honest, out of the bunch is the least bad.
on this drop. Again, that could just be because of the contrast, but if it wants to focus, wash denim. I feel like it's not as bad. I don't know, no, it kind of does look bad.
When I took these out, I noticed the colour that felt different to the rest, like straight away from feel, is the whale blue colour, and that's the same for the shorts and the leggings. If you have anything from the charcoal, passive purple, dusty green, victory blue launch, the whale blue colour feels the exact same as that. Like, I did a colour comparison yesterday and I took my victory blue out and I realised they feel the exact same as these ones. The whale blue and victory blue feel very similar. So that is the same material as that drop in this colour. In my opinion, it's very, very, very similar. It feels the same. It's got that kind of dense feel to it, but also being thin. But the density, in my opinion, comes from how soft it feels. Like, it feels very soft. It feels very plush almost. It's got that kind of fluffy texture that people talk about. That is what the whale blue colour feels like. Then we've got the blossom colour, which to me feels more similar to the Pia Blue Storm Grey drop. That is what this colour feels like to me. I did actually have a very interesting conversation on Instagram about how the material kind of changes when you wash it, because I noticed with like the charcoal drop, I've washed them so many times and they don't have like a rough texture to them at all. They still feel like really, really soft. With the OG, they have a rougher texture, but they're very soft. They're not like itchy or anything like that. However, with the Storm Grey Pia Blue launch, they felt very soft. Not as soft as some other launches. They felt a little bit closer to the OG, but not really the OG at all. However, when I washed them, it's almost like the softness was washed off in the washing machine, and now they do feel quite a bit rougher. And I'm not gonna lie, when I sweat in like the Pia Blue shorts, my legs itch. Like, I get really, really itchy and irritated. I found the Formula Red drop to be quite itchy and irritating as well. So as I said, I trained in the Blossom shorts yesterday, so these are freshly washed. I have washed these, and even after one wash, because I've not washed the leggings, they do have more of a rough texture. So for me, the Blossom feels like how Storm Grey Pia Blue felt when I first got it. Having now washed the shorts, it feels like how Storm Grey Pia Blue does once it's washed. So soft, yes. Stretchy, yes. Slightly rougher texture once it's been washed. Makes you itch when you sweat in it, which is weird. Yeah, it definitely, like, it's got a bit of like an itchy texture to it. It's not super rough, it is soft, but it has a rougher texture, and once you put it in the washing machine, the softness kind of gets washed off slightly. Still soft, still stretchy, but a bit rougher, a little bit itchy, and much thinner than the OG. So if you have the Storm Grey Pia Blue drop, that is what these feel like. They don't feel like Scarlet, because to me Scarlet is the most similar. Even like despite these, Scarlet is the most similar to the OG material, like pretty much the exact same. These, however, feel more like the Storm Grey and the Pia Blue. So yeah, if you've tried those, that's what it feels like. I did hip thrusts in this Blossom colour yesterday, and the material does pill if you sit on a gym floor, which is unavoidable if you're doing hip thrusts and bridges and all that sort of stuff, or even just resting between sets. The material will pill. If you catch it against a bar, it will pill. It's not pill proof. The Misty Lilac, the Hazelnut and the Wash Denim all feel the same material. This material to me is a mix of the OG material. It's not the OG, don't get excited. Let's not get excited. It's a mix of the OG material and the Passive Purple Dusty Green Charcoal launch. What I mean by that is it has the softness and stretchiness, yeah, of the Charcoal Passive Purple drop. It has the slightly fluffy texture to it that the Passive Purple Charcoal drop had. not as fluffy, because that is like, my charcoal leggings look awful. Like, they're bobbled everywhere, they've pilled severely. That was definitely the worst drop for pilling by a mile. So if you are concerned about that, maybe don't get whale blue, because it feels very, very similar. This material, slightly less fluffy, but it has that kind of like fluffiness to it. That's what's similar about it. Also very soft. However, what is more similar to the OG is how dense these feel. Like, these feel like they've got a bit more weight to them. They're not as thick as the OG material, and they have a little bit more of a slick feel to them than the OG material. However, these colours don't have any sheen to them. They're very much matte. So if you found that with recent Amplify drops you've not liked the sheen they had, which to be honest I'm not a huge fan of the sheen. It doesn't bother me, but I'd rather it wasn't there. That's what I like about the OG, how like matte they are, they don't have one. That's what's similar about the OG material. So I would say this is a blend of like the more softer, stretchier, slightly fluffier, more prone to pilling parts of the Passive Purple drop, but the more dense, matte elements of the OG material. And this material of these colours is my favourite Amplify material since the OG. Does it beat the OG? No, the OG has my heart forever and always. Kiss. However, we're just gonna say it, and I've not said it about an Amplify material in a while, but this material is approved by Amy. Now, do I think this will pill? Yes, it will pill, which is why we can't put it on the same level as the OG, because the OG hasn't pilled for me and I've had them since 2020 and I wear them all the time. My gym is sick of seeing my Viola biker shorts. It's a joke at this point. If anyone watches this, whoever's seen me in the gym, at least 1 to 2 times a week in those shorts, which is why we can't put them on the OG pedestal. However, after OG, this is my favourite Amplify material, and I'm also like, I've just got to say it, I'm so fucking proud of Alphalete for getting back into making some lighter colours like the hazelnut and like the misty lilac that don't look like fucking hell, what am I meant to wear this with? Like, the misty lilac is in an extra small, which actually I probably need more of a small, and even in an extra small it doesn't look like, whoa, do you know what I mean? Like, people might say let's not applaud a fish for swimming, but I am just happy to see that Alphalete have done some light ass colours again, and the quality of these feels so much better than the Frozen Spring Cheeky Coral launch. Like, I can't lie, that material was also pill central. Like I said, this will pill but not as bad. See-through, fell, like, what Alphalete does best is like high quality shit. Like, they can make a fucking good product. They can make a fucking good product. They can make a high quality product, which is why recent Amplify drops have just frustrated me, because I'm like, it's not giving what it needs to give or what I know it can give. It's giving again. I am really, really, really happy with this material. If I had to choose, I'd still choose the OG, but like, at this point, am I kind of giving up my hopes of getting it back? Yes. But I'm much, much, much happier with this material. You guys know I've not really been super happy with the material recently, other than the Scarlet colour, which is basically the OG material. Maybe slightly different, but basically the OG material. But this, I just love it. I love it.
We're going to do a little evolution of the Amplify material, an updated edition. So this is the OG in Ivy. As you can see, it's very matte. It's very thick. If I go like this, you know, it's got a kind of like, it's not rough. Like, when I say rough, it makes it sound like it'd be so uncomfortable, but it's not like silky soft. It doesn't really have like a slick feeling. Super stretchy, but like maybe not quite as stretchy as like the ombre drops and all that sort of stuff. Just a bloody good material. Very dense, very thick, very supportive, all that sort of stuff. Not prone to pilling. When Mocha first dropped, that was when the material first changed. It went thin, it became more tight-like, and it was like very, very, very stretchy. Like, it was literally like wearing tights. That's when the first change happened. Then you had French blue, hot pink, things kind of stayed the same, other than like hot pink, it started to get a little bit fluffier. French blue from that drop still felt a bit more like the OG material. but the hot pink had like kind of like a fluffiness to it. Then we had the passive purple charcoal drop, which is this material, which as you can see, this is what I mean when I say like my charcoal leggings are a little bit fogged. They are very, very, very soft, very delicate, very prone to friction and pilling. So this drop was like fluffy in texture, very stretchy, had a little bit more sheen like the mocha drop did, like a bit more of a sheen to the leggings when they're on. Just like kind of fluffy in texture, very soft, very stretchy, definitely the softest drop so far at that point. But yeah, this was like the charcoal dusty green passive purple. Before we had the ombre drop though, we did have the Frozen Spring cheeky coral drop, which was by far the thinnest material Alphalete have ever done. Ombre was slightly thicker than that. It was super, super thin, very fluffy, very sheer, comfortable, but like in the colorways that they brought that material in, just not a vibe. Like way too sheer, just ridiculous, just looked ridiculous. Then you had the ombre drop, which is by far the softest and like fluffiest drop that they've ever done. For me, this was just like not, probably my least favorite material that they did for Amplify. Like yes, it was comfy, but like just not practical at all, way too prone to pilling. Obviously these don't look bad because I've barely worn them for that reason. They're just very thin, they show everything, like they show literally everything. Some of the colours were pretty see-through, even this one was pretty see-through. Just a very, just it seemed to just get soft, fluffier, but thinner and just less durable as the drops went on. The redemption began with the Storm Grey Scarlet drop. Scarlet was the most similar to the OG material by a mile, and I personally felt like they were getting back on the right track with this drop. It's slightly less fluffy, slightly less soft, a little bit rougher in texture again, less of a sheen to most of the colours, not all but some. Chocolate was awful for me. It was just thin and like tights, and like I can't even wear the leggings because you can literally see my legs through them. Like they're just awful. But colours like Pea Blue, Storm Grey, Scarlet I really, really liked. Scarlet was definitely the highest quality. I've worn mine quite a lot and it's not pilled. My Storm Grey has some pilling on in the biker shorts, but they are in the wash right now. But yeah, kind of went back to being more of like a rougher texture. However, my gripe with this was it's itchy. The OG doesn't itch me. And that brings us to now. Woo, that was a nice little evolution. So as you can see, I'm going to try and show you textures up close. I feel like you can see the Storm Grey texture. Let me just focus you in on that. The Storm Grey texture and the Blossom texture, super, super, super similar. The Blossom colour feels the exact same as like Storm Grey, Pea Blue. So it's kind of like super thin still, nowhere near as thick as the OG, but like it's a bit scratchy, like it's a little bit itchy. Just in this Blossom colour, it's really strange, but I feel like you can see from the textures that it's very, very, very similar to that drop, and it feels similar. Maybe not straight out of the bag, but once you've washed them, you'll realise it's very much the same kind of material. Even when I go like that, you can hear it. Then we have the Whale Blue material, which is very, very basically feels the same as the Victory Blue drop. So as you can see, I've got pilling on the bum on these because they're very, very, very soft and fluffy, and that is the same as the Whale Blue batch that I have received. You can see up close if I show you, the textures are like very, very similar. These feel the exact same as that drop. Then you have the wash denim, the hazelnut, the lilac from this drop, which feels like a hybrid between the charcoal drop, which is the same as the Victory Blue, and the OG fabric. So if I like show you, you can see it's got like the mild matte kind of texture that the OG fabric does, but it's got a little bit like texture wise, like I feel like you can see it's got a bit of like a a kind of bit of fluff to it, which is more like the charcoal rather than the OG fabric, if that makes sense. So this material, which is on the hazelnut, the misty lilac and the wash denim, is a hybrid for me between the OG and the charcoal. And I really hope this helps, because I feel like I sound crazy going into such depth about the material, but I feel like you can see. One more thing to touch on with the material before I move on. These are not pill prone, these are very lint prone. This material is still lint prone. The worst for it is the whale blue colour. Like, it picks up lint like no tomorrow. Like, let me just put it on the rug slightly and then pick it up, and you can see it gathers like dust and stuff. The whale blue is definitely the worst for it, but the other colours do gather it a bit, but the whale blue is definitely the worst for it. So if you're interested in the lint talk, that is the lint talk over. I'm gonna go over the leggings very, very quickly, but to be honest, there's not a huge ton to go over. I've gone over material and all that sort of stuff. So I've got the leggings in the whale blue, I've got them in the wash denim, and I've got them in blossom. Same details as the leggings. Material is the same between the leggings and the shorts in this drop, so there's not really any differences. Like I said, I find the blossom material to be a little bit itchy. Like when I was doing the try on clip, this was like itching me. The whale blue leggings feel like the Victory blue leggings, and then these ones are like my new second fave amplify material next to the OG. But yeah, that is that. Yeah, the blossom, when I was doing the try on clip, it's very, very hot outside, and like I live with Dan now, windows all across here, it's like being in a bloody greenhouse. It was 40 degrees on Monday, by the way, guys, in England. Can we just process that? I'm really, really glad I didn't get my package on Monday, because I would have died trying to do try on clips. So it's quite hot and sweaty. My legs didn't itch in any of the other ones, but they did itch in the blossom colour. It's a little bit itchy. It's a little bit itchy. And it's also the most see-through. So as much as like to look at, it's probably my favourite colour from the drop. You know, the sheerness compiled with like the itchiness. Not the comfiest legging. Sizing wise, like I said, I've got extra smalls and smalls. So I've got the blossom in that extra small, and then the wash denim and whale blue are in a small. I think in the whale blue I could still fit an extra small. The wash denim in a size small fits fine, it fits perfect. Very, very, very happy with it. The blossom, I can get into it, but like it's not very comfortable when it's on. It just makes my stomach feel awful. Like, it's so tight, it's nauseating. Stood up, still fine again, like I said. As soon as I start walking, I just feel awful. Sit down, feel awful. We all get rolls when we sit down, but like if you're wearing something that's so restrictive on your stomach, it just feels awful to sit down in. So yeah, same size and advice as I gave with the shorts. If you have always been in between sizes and gone with, let's say, an extra small over a small, definitely go with the small on this drop. Pick between the leggings and the shorts. I would go with the shorts any day of the week. Justice for the bike shorts, please bring them back, I need them. I just don't find leggings that flattering on me. Out of all the leggings I've ever owned, Amplify are like my favourite legging by a mile. Like, they're the most flattering. I absolutely love them. However, when I wear leggings, because I've come from a background of wanting to build muscle, wanting to be bigger, wanting to gain weight, when I wear leggings, I feel super, super, super petite. They make me feel rather skinny. Now, there's nothing wrong being skinny. My sister is a skinny legend. That bitch, and I say this with peace and love, looks like Kendall Jenner. Like, her body, amazing. But I just didn't like it on me. So because I've come from that kind of a background, it kind of triggers me a little bit when I feel like I look skinnier. I don't know if anyone else gets that. I did do a TikTok about this, and most people do prefer shorts. So I prefer shorts, one, because I find them comfy to train in, to be honest. I get very hot when I train at the moment. Your girl has been training hard. But also I like to see like my quad sweep. I like to see my muscle definition, and I just feel like I don't get that in leggings. So I would always go with the shorts over the leggings. There's nothing wrong with the leggings. I'm just being completely honest. Like, if I was buying from Alphalete now with my own money, I'd be buying shorts, because I know, as much as I love having all these leggings and I love working with Alphalete, I love sending them, I love getting sent them. I know if I was spending £50 on something, I'm going to be spending it on the shorts, not the leggings, because it's not my most worn thing. That's just personal preference for me. If you like leggings, Amplify leggings, in my opinion, are one of the best leggings that you could possibly get. They're definitely my favourite. Obviously not everyone's cup of tea, but if you, same preferences to me, you love the leggings, I would just rather go for the shorts, in my opinion. But I'm gonna move on to the Surface collection now, which I feel like it did say in the email. Do you know what? I'm just going to double check this. The email says, we are also restocking some of the favourite colours from our Surface collection with a more improved fit. Which I did think had been said. I'm going to get onto that because I feel like, I don't know how timelines work, but I feel like I did play a role in this. I'm not 100% sure. So in this drop, you've got the Surface pocket leggings in a 27-inch length and a 29-inch length. I didn't get any of these purely because we could only get 6 Surface items. I know from what I see, I ain't selling many pocket leggings, which tells me you guys aren't really interested in them either. There's nothing wrong with them. I actually quite like the Surface material. My favourite Surface legging is definitely the Elevation legging that they did in like the Neverland colour. I actually really like those leggings. I think they're really flattering. They're definitely my favourite Surface legging. Alphalete, bring them back. The reason I didn't get the pocket leggings is 1, because of what I just said, but 2, nothing wrong with being a mum. I will probably, hopefully, be a mum at some point. No, I'm soon. I'm only 23. But they just remind me of something my mum would wear. I feel like having pockets on leggings is quite a practical thing. I'm not a practical girl. I am an attention whore. I am bothered about the performance, and like I've spoken about pilling and stuff. I am bothered about how things hold up. I am bothered about performance, you know, things not rolling down, all that sort of stuff, like waistbands and stuff. But I'm not bothered about practicality in terms of having pockets to put things in. That's what a locker's for, in my opinion. Unless you're out running, maybe that's useful. It's just not my cup of tea. If it's your cup of tea, they're not a bad legging. They're not bad quality. There's nothing really wrong with them. From what I can remember, if the fit is similar, you will be fine staying true to size with those. You don't need to size up or size down. Moving on, you've got the women's Surface Power legging 27-inch. Now, I did pick these, but they're not in my package, so something's telling me maybe I've got another mini package coming. If so, I will go over all this on Instagram. I still have my old black oil stain Surface Power leggings, which I'm going to put in this video to compare the pattern to the shorts anyway. But yeah, I will go over that on Instagram. The only reason I'm not doing it in this video is because I don't have them. But I will go over and do full-blown comparisons and stuff on Instagram when I get them. Then we have the women's Surface Power Short 5-inch. Now, I'm not going to speak too much in this video about comparing them to the old one too much, because I do have my new pair here. I got these in a size extra small. Hello. I'm not going to talk about differences too much, just because I am going home today. I'm going to finish this video today, and I think I've got an old pair of these shorts at home, so I can do a proper overlay comparison, which I will put in this video. I just don't want to say the wrong thing and then get home and be like, shit. And I can't remember what the inseam was on the old one, so again, I'll go over all that in the clip, which I will hopefully do later. But I got these in a size extra small. Now, the reason I say I'm not sure whether I played a role in rejigging the fit of this is, let me go over messages to Christian, because this is what I mean by Alphalete, guys. They do like seriously want feedback on stuff. Oh, my mum's just texted me, going to Morrison's, any supplies needed for sleepover. I'm staying at home with my mum and dad tonight. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. My parents are a bit older, so like sometimes I have an existential crisis about the fact that they're not going to be here forever. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure how timelines work, because I feel like it takes longer. However, in March, he did ask me to give feedback. The power legging short and pocket legging. Now, I didn't get round to doing the shorts because, but I sent over some feedback on the power leggings. This is the feedback that I sent over. As you can see, I've got the oil stain ones on. So I said, waistband lacking in compression because of how slick they are. It's a very slick material. They slide down way too much for them to be practical for me. Long torso, constantly pulling them up. Not sure how to fix, to be honest. Not very long torso friendly. The actual rise at the highest point on the side is fine, but wouldn't want this any higher. The cross is a little too deep for anyone with a longer torso. It means my belly button is out. Waistband gapes and pulls down at the back when I sit down. Can mean by the end of a set the leggings on me are more of a low mid-rise, puts me off when I'm working out. And then another example pic of the gaping. Now, I never got round to giving him feedback on the shorts because I feel like I didn't end up going home. So that feedback that I gave him was more on the leggings. So I don't know if he's then used that feedback to apply the same for the shorts. I don't know. So, which is why when I get the leggings, hopefully before the launch, I have got 2 weeks, but hopefully before then, I'll be able to go over all this on my Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, let me know if you want me to upload it as like a YouTube short maybe, so that then my girls who don't have Instagram can still see. Let me know, but I will compare the feedback that I gave him on the leggings with how the new leggings fit when I get them. I don't know if he did, say, copy and paste with the shorts. However, I did notice that these do feel as though they fit a bit different to the old ones. So details wise, if you are not familiar with the Power Surface range, it's the cross wrap at the front. Branding is on the back. It says Alphalete. It's in the raised rubber logo. I used to hate these because with every other brand they've peeled off. These don't peel off. If you look after them properly, follow the washing instructions, you'll be fine. Obviously, don't put a burning hot iron over the logo. That is literally just going to melt off. It comes into like a deep V at the front on the seam, and again at the back. There is no front seam on these. There is a middle seam on the back to separate the cheeks. The bottom of these isn't tight at all. Like, it's got a lot of stretch to it, and this seam isn't like a super strong seam, if that makes sense. Also, as you can see, the print isn't on the inside, it's just on the outside. I've got these in a size extra small. So in the 5-inch inseam, I don't find these to be too short. However, because that seam at the bottom, it's not tight and it doesn't dig in, like these don't dig in, they're a very, very comfortable short. If I worked out in these, I know the bottom of my ass cheeks would be hanging out by the end of my session. So for me, I don't like the power shorts. I don't like the power shorts. I don't like these ones. I don't like the new ones. I don't like the old ones. A couple of reasons. First reason being what I've just said. Second reason being this right here. So as you can see with the feedback I gave, I mentioned about like the belly button, the way it crosses over. Like if you've got a long torso and you don't want your belly button out, you're a bit screwed, to be honest. The people that I've seen loving these are people, I'm just going to be completely honest, with incredibly lean, shredded stomachs, and with much shorter torsos, and to be honest, shorter people in general. I'm not short, but I'm also not tall. I'm probably more like normal height with a ridiculously long torso. So for me, my belly button is still out. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like the fit of the waist has been tweaked because I don't get a weird gaping in these anymore. So I do feel like the fit of the waist has been improved. However, this crossover at the front, my belly button is still out, and I've even tried to pull them up higher so that my belly button isn't out, and I just can't cover my belly button. Like, I cannot get these to cover my belly button, and as a result, these go right on up. The surface material is 68 polyester, 32% spandex. In terms of other materials, it's more similar to Alphalete if you've tried that, but the surface is less brushed, less prone to pilling, and a little bit thinner. Those are the differences between those two materials. It's nothing like Amplify. It's like a much more like slick kind of thin neoprene feeling almost kind of material. So because it's so thin, you pull it up and it rides right on up there, and it's the most uncomfortable camel toe I've ever had. The camel toe I get in these is more uncomfortable than the Lululemon Align pants, and that is saying something. So I am just not a fan of these shorts at all. They're not like unflattering on the glutes. Do I think they're the most flattering thing in the world? No,
way rather have a pair of Amplify shorts over these. I wouldn't spend my own money on them. I don't like them. I don't think they suit my body. I don't think they suit my body type. I don't think they suit my proportions for my preferences. Some people, I have to say it, some people absolutely go mad for the power shorts and power leggings. If I had to choose, but it's hard for me to say because I've not tried the new and improved fit of the leggings, I way prefer the leggings. It was always the same with the old fit of them. I always preferred the leggings. I just don't like them. The camel toes are so uncomfortable. My belly button's out. I don't like where they hit. The seam isn't tight on the bottom, so like your ass cheeks are at risk of being exposed whilst you're training. They don't stay up. The material's quite like slick, and there's no like elastic in the top seam, which I don't really like it when brands do that anyway, because it just creates like a weird kind of pudge. But it doesn't stay up. Like, it doesn't stay up throughout a workout. Slides down. It's too slick of a material to be something that you don't have to constantly faff around with. This is a faffy material. It's a faffy legging, it's a faffy short. They're just a bit of a faff to train in if you have like proportions similar to me. I'm sure if you have a short torso, maybe you don't need to readjust them that much, but I do think everyone needs to consistently pull these shorts and leggings up because they just slide down. They're just too slick of a material. Very comfortable, but not for me. I don't like the shorts, don't rate them, wouldn't spend my own money on them. They are squat proof on me, and not camel toe proof, and the surface range isn't sweat proof. However, it's only launching in black and black oil stain, so you're not going to see anything anyway. I'll pop in comparison clips of the old power short and the new power short, and also the old oil stain material and the new one.
Old oil stain print compared to new, to me it looks pretty much the same. Obviously it's got more like oil stain print on the crotch, but I do remember from last time these dropped, every pair kind of looked a bit different. They weren't all exactly the same, but the colours and kind of the way it kind of vibes is the same. And if you have a pair of the old Surface Power leggings and you're interested in the shorts but don't know what to do about sizing, these are both an extra small, and the sizing is the exact same. No different. Thought I'd lost them, but I finally found a pair of old power shorts. So there are a few differences. These are both an extra small. As you can see, these ones are running smaller. The waist is also lower, which did surprise me a little bit, not gonna lie. But at the same time, I do feel like my belly button's out even more. Like, I can't even try and cover it. With the old ones, I felt like I could kind of try. Don't get me wrong, it'd give me an awful camel toe, but I could try. Whereas with the new one, like, I just can't. Like, it won't cover it. So it does surprise me, but also kind of doesn't. The other difference is the waistband on this one at the front is in a V, and on the old ones, it's curved, as you can see. I'm trying to look. I don't know if this is just because the waistband is smaller, but where this comes across here, it comes further across. This one came more down, and I feel like now it's a little bit more across, but details wise, still got the curve on the side. On the back, let's have a look. Yeah, this had a V on the back before, it's got a V on the back now. The logo is in the same place. So if I line the waistbands up to be like at the same point, you can see that the new ones are longer. If we look at this here, this length here, compared to this, it's much longer. There. I'd say it used to be 3 inches, to be honest, and now it's 5. So they are longer inseam, but the waistband is shorter. So to be honest, they don't feel that much longer when they're on. It will depend on your proportions. Hope it helps.
So moving on to the women's surface tri bra. Oh my god, guys. These bras are some of my most worn bras from Alphalete. No matter like what cute, fun, funky design Alphalete come up with, I always end up wearing these at least probably once a week, purely because they're so thin. They lie very flat if I want to wear them underneath any of like the Alphalete tops. For example, like the Pinnacle tee, this bra goes best underneath it in my opinion because of how thin and like flat it is. There's no like bulky straps. Everything's very thin. It's not like the Amplify bra with like very thick straps, which to me would look ridiculous underneath the pinnacle tee. These surface tri-bras, I'm so glad they're back. If you have had the Alphalete tri-bra, there's no difference other than the fact with surface the logo is on the front, with Alphalete it's on the back. It's a block logo on surface. With Alphalete, the more recent ones, it's been the signature like cursive kind of logo, and the material is a bit different, like I've just said, with going over the leggings. So because we could only pick a certain amount of surface items, I thought it would actually be quite good to get some different sizes in the bras, which I don't normally do, but I feel like it's helpful for reviews. If you find this helpful, let me know, because I'll make sure that I get different sizes for bras going forwards. The reason why I really wanted to try different sizes in the tri-bra is because I normally wear an extra small in this, and I will pop in clips of the difference between the new surface bra, because there are differences, and the old one, so you can see like how the sizing is and all that sort of stuff. But I normally wear an extra small in these bras. However, I've been saying for ages, and I still stand by what I said, I would like Alphalete to make like an extra small plus size for people who have bigger boobs, so that we can get a bit more coverage and not have like hanging out here, because sometimes it looks a bit weird when you've got like half your boob hanging out, which, let's be honest, I'm gonna be completely honest, most of the Alphalete bras are made with fake boobs in mind. There's no doubt in my mind about it. Like, I think they've made probably one super high impact sports bra ever. One second, let me just lighten this because I feel like it's gone a little bit dark. I've always felt we need an extra small plus, because whenever I've sized up to a small, the band like gapes away, and it just like doesn't give barely any support as a result, because it just kind of gapes away from my rib cage, because I've got quite like a narrow, not this way, but like front on, I've got quite a narrow rib cage. So size small in these kind of bras, especially the surface range, has always like gaped away from me and looked weird. But then in an extra small, I get like quite a lot of side tit hanging out. So I still stand by, I think we need an extra small plus. Like, do you know what? I'm gonna get a small and an extra small. I've not tried a small in a surface bra in a while. I do have some of my old surface bras which I've tried on, and the size small still doesn't fit. So I actually just think they've changed the sizing a little bit on these. So I got the black oil stain in an extra small and the white in a size small. Now, to go over the features very quickly, you have got like a quite low cut at the front. It's very like short as a bra. There's not a huge space for coverage here. It's quite a short bra. It's definitely shorter than they used to be, which you'll see in the clip where I compare. And then two straps that come up like this. They can be pulled apart, but like they kind of sit like as one when they're on. Branding on the front in the rubber logo, plain on the back, and then just this super plain back. And then the band at the bottom is like elasticated, but it's quite thick. And there's a seam, but it's not uncomfortable or anything like that. So I got an extra small and a small. I'm not gonna lie, there's not much in it once it's on me. The band definitely does fit better in the extra small, I'm not gonna lie. However, the size small doesn't gape like it used to, and it gives me a bit more extra coverage at the side, and it digs in slightly less here. The extra small, the small still digs in a bit because my boobs are fake, so I've got a lot of what Dr. Fratty would call upper pole fullness, I think is what the surgeons call it, which is where you have more tissue up here, which is very common for a fake boob. If you have natural boobs, it tends to fall more into the bottom, because that's how life works, that's gravity, unless you've got something pushing it up. So in the extra small, I get a bit more of like a ridge here, where it looks like I've kind of got 4 tits, whereas in a small, I don't get that as much. I get a little bit more extra coverage. The band doesn't come away, but you'll see in the try and clip, I'm going to try put them like side by side. It kind of like, you can tell a difference. And to be honest, on the back, I don't feel like there's too much of a difference. Like, one of them, like the extra small isn't super uncomfortable. I just think the small fits a bit better, to be honest, on me, and it looks a bit better as well. I feel like it just doesn't dig in as much. So for me personally, I'd go for size small, which is a size up
from my usual Alphalete sizing, but for my boobs I should probably be a size small anyway, if that makes sense. Alphalete bras just tend to run a bit bigger. I can fit both. It's really not that deep. I just prefer the size small. Support wise, these are a low support bra. It says low to medium, but I do kind of feel like it's more low support. I do get a bit more support in the extra small, so if you are between sizes, if you want more support, you can go with your smaller size. But if you want more coverage and just you want like a low support bra for lifting, you can go a size up if you are like between sizes. I'll wear both, to be honest. There's not a huge amount in it, but I do like how the small fits. It fits a lot better than how the old smalls fit. With it being slightly different to the old surface bra, you do get a bit more boob on show, which I feel like the small helps with in terms of like making sure I'm not feeling like I'm gonna spill out. But yeah, these are a staple bra from Alphalete. These will go quick. Extra small compared to small in the surface bra. It's a little bit bigger. I'd say this sizing looks about right to me. Like that looks like the kind of difference there should be between an extra small and a small. So this is the difference between the old surface tri bra and the new one. So as you can see, it's got a much lower neckline, less coverage here as opposed to more coverage on here. And sizing wise, these are both an extra small. However, as you can see, the new ones fit a little bit bigger than the old ones did. And as you can see over time, just to show you for complete transparency, the surface bra has pilled over time. Let me show you what it looks like on the front. So it's not a completely pill-proof material. It can pill over time, just for full transparency. The Alphalete pills worse, but let's not beat around the bush. This still pills. The material isn't sweat-proof, by the way. You're going to see a bit of boob sweat, but it's black, white and black oil stain, so you're not going to see much anyway. Like I've said, you've got a black and white bra. There's nothing better than a fresh white bra. I'm going to put in like a boomerang clip of what I wore to the gym yesterday, which was a massive t-shirt, which I don't have on in the boomerang, but I wore this bra with the Blossom shorts. Fucking love it. It's a vibe. It's a vibe, man. And there's nothing better than a fresh white sports bra. It bangs. I love it. I absolutely love it. These are an absolute staple in my opinion. If you are in the market for a new sports bra that's very, you know, basic to be honest, but flattering. It's flattering on the chest. It's flattering on your back. You don't need it for cardio. It's just for weights. I cannot recommend this bra enough. Like, some of my tri bras look absolutely battered, especially the ones I've had since like mid 2020, because I wear them at least 2 to 3 times a week. I fucking love them, and I'm so glad I've got a fresh white one because I've ruined my old one. It's basically grey now. And I really do like the black oil stain one, not gonna lie. Really do like it. I think it's stunning. So yeah, if you're gonna get any bra from this launch, get this one. Then you've got the Surface Limitless bra. I didn't get any of them purely because, like I said, we could only pick 6. I don't like the Surface Limitless bra. I don't like how the straps, so with the straps of the tri bra, they kind of come more halter neck. The Limitless bra goes more straight across. It's a very short bra. It's shorter than the tri bras, so there's not much room for your boob. It's very low support. Like, the Limitless bra is probably the lowest support bra that Alphalete do. It does have adjustable straps, which the tri bra doesn't, but I still prefer the tri bra. I just don't like the Limitless bra. I tried to like it, and I've never ever, other than maybe twice, reached for my Limitless bra. I don't wear them. I think because they're quite open on the back, they make my trap from the back, if I've got my hair up, it just makes my traps look huge, and my back just looks meh. Like, I think it's more flattering when you've got something coming like this on your back, in my opinion. If you're part of the itty bitty titty committee, a lot of the itty bitty titty committee, fucking hell, can't get my words out, love the Limitless bras. But if you've got a bigger chest, it's hard to fit your tit in it, to be honest, and they're just not that flattering. It makes me feel quite top heavy because it's such like a small fitting bra. If you do have big boobs with the Limitless bra, I would definitely say to size up. But yeah, I didn't get any of those, but I have reviewed them before. which I will leave linked below with a timestamp if you want to see what they look like. It's just not my cup of tea, and I thought I can't. No, I'm just not. No, I've already got so many and they're just gathering dust. I need to give some stuff away soon. Probably follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to start literally just raffling stuff off and charging for shipping. So stay tuned for that. The Surface Altitude bra. Again, if you want one of these bras, you kind of need to be quick, because last time these dropped, I feel like they sold very, very quickly. They were a very popular bra and they've not done it since, which I've been quite surprised by, because I feel like they did go down well. It's coming in black, white and black oil stain. Now I got these in an extra small and a small, and I'll show you the difference in like a proper clip, but as you can see, it's really, the black is an extra small and this is a small. There's barely anything in it, and when it's on, to be honest, barely anything in it. I will talk you through how that feels when it's on. But details wise, let's go over it. It's a longer line bra, so if I show you it compared to the Tri bra, you can see how much like longer line it is. It basically comes to the bottom of like your rib cage, the Altitude bra. It's a much longer line bra from Alphalete, scoop neck, slightly higher neckline than the Tri bras. And it's kind of like squared off slightly. It's not a true square neckline, but it is squared off a little bit more. The straps come up halter neck style, because then on the back they cross over like this. The branding is on this first strap. In the black it's tonal and it just says Alphalete, and in the oil stain it looks like that. And then you've got another strap at the bottom, so it's kind of like two straps sort of thing. One thing I will mention with the black oil stain, which I don't really like, to be honest, especially in this bra, because in this bra there's quite a lot going on with it. You can end up turning things over and the inside doesn't have the print on it, and I feel like if the thing like rolls or whatever, it just looks weird. I would have much rather had the print both inside and outside. That's just a little thing, but that would have been my preference, because then if anything folds over accidentally when you're working out, it doesn't look as obvious or weird. But yes, support wise, again, low to medium support, not a particularly supportive bra. These make your boobs look phenomenal. If you are in the market for a bra that's going to make the tits tit, it's this bra. It gives a real like push-up effect. It's very, very, very flattering. It is for me anyway. I just think, yeah, you can really, what I like to do, I'm not going to show you because it's a bit weird, but basically when I put my sports bras on, to make sure that my boobs aren't like sitting weird, because sometimes they can just sit a bit weird, I basically scoop my hand down and go like this and pull them both in. One, so I get less side boob in my sports bras, but two, because then it's like this and you get, one, it feels a lot more supportive, to be honest, but two, the cleavage and like the tit lift it gives, chef's kiss. A very flattering sports bra for the boobs. It's also flattering on the back, because you've got like quite an open back at the top, and then you've got these two slits. So sizing wise, extra small and a small. There's not much in it, but I do prefer how the size small fits. I get a little bit less side boob armpit pinching. I get a little bit less of a ridge like I talked about with Tri bras. It lies a bit more comfortable. The straps feel a little bit less tight on my traps, which is super nice. It just feels a bit more comfortable. And on the back, so I carry quite a lot of my body fat in my upper body. So in the extra small, it's almost like it's pinching on my back fat, and especially where you've got this like gap here, it can just look quite, it's just a little bit unflattering, to be honest, if it's really pinching. And I do find that these straps can feel a bit like restrictive and tight and uncomfortable if it's not the right size. So this looks a lot better in a size small on me. Doesn't dig in as much, straps are more comfortable, the back looks better. It just fits better in a size small on me. So again, if you normally are between sizes and you've got a bit of like a wider back, in particular, if you've got a wide back, I would definitely recommend that you size up from your normal sports bra size. If you have like a fairly petite back, you don't really have any problems with any other Alphalete bras digging in, you don't have particularly big boobs, you can definitely stay true to size. If you've got big boobs and a bit of a wider back, I would definitely go up from your usual Alphalete size. If you've never shopped with Alphalete before and I would probably go with your size that you get in other things. It's very hard for me to give blanket advice. The best way for me to get you the correct chef's kiss sizing is comment below and tell me your bra size. Comment below and give me your measurements and what you want sizing for, and I will give you personalised sizing recommendations. If you're not comfortable doing that, which I know some people won't be, it's a bit of a strange thing to do, to post your measurements online, DM me on Instagram. I get back to everyone before the launches, absolutely everyone. Again, it's the exact same material as the tri bras, so it's not sweat proof. You will see a bit of sweat, but yeah, I do really like those bras. I would spend my own money on them. However, do I reach for them as much as I thought I would when I first tried them last year? No, it's not my most worn Alphalete sports bra. I like it, it looks good, but in reality, how often do I reach for it? Not often. And I actually find I reach for those bras more when I'm not training. I don't know, I just feel like they look quite cute with joggers, to be honest. So yeah, pop in this bra lay over here. So we've got the extra small altitude bra over the small. You can really see there's not much in it, but I have explained in the video how different it feels when it's on, but I just thought I'd do an overlay so you can see it's got a little bit more coverage up top, a little bit more extra room here. Woo! I found my old altitude bra. So this is an extra small and then the new black extra small. So they are running like a little bit bigger. But other than that, there's not a huge difference. The only difference is they've gone with the block Alphalete logo over the signature. And then another difference is this band at the bottom used to be a lot thinner, now it's thicker. I feel like it does help to stop it being like a dig-in thing that like bulges here. Definitely does help with that, but yeah, I'm not really, I think I do prefer the block logo, to be honest, but both cute, but they're the differences. Yes, I feel like this video maybe wasn't at watch 1.5 hours later. I feel like I've got through this video a little bit quicker. Well, I have done when I'm sat filming, when I put in my little overlay clips, it might be a whole different story, but I feel like I've got through this video quicker than recent ones. Thank you so much for watching. I'll make sure I timestamp everything, so if you want to jump to certain things you can. I'll put my giveaway details, I'll put the launch PDF in the description box. Instagram highlights have got all my colour comparisons. If you want to see anything laid over a specific launch, message me on Instagram. I will literally just shoot you over a picture. If you want to see any colours paired with anything in particular, again, message me on Instagram. More than happy to shoot you over a picture. I'm also going to do like the tonal matching thing again, and I'll do that on Instagram, just because I'm not going to have time today because I need to jet home and all my stuff is under the bed in here, and I really need to get to my mum and dad, so I won't have time to do that, but I'll do it on Instagram. So yeah, anything you want to see, sizing advice, all that sort of stuff, message me on Instagram. I will literally do it for you ASAP Rocky as soon as I can. Absolute top picks from this launch for me would be a surface tri bra in the white or the black. Absolutely love. I really like the oil stain, to be honest. I think the oil stain can go with like neutral leggings. It'd look really good with the grey leggings. It would look really good with, like green and blue leggings as well, because of like the kind of colour. I feel like low-key looks quite cute with hazelnut, to be honest, as well. But yeah, the tri bra in any of the colours, absolutely love. And then my other recommendation would be the Amplify shorts. Bear in mind what I've said about like materials, because it'll depend what your material preference is. I can sit here and say things like I hate the ombre material. That was some people's favourite material, so it depends. I've just given you my opinion, make of it what you will. Go for whichever one lines up with your favourite material. My personal favourite, I would probably go with hazelnut. I think hazelnut is my favourite colour in this drop. Yes, it's a little bit sheer, but with nude underwear it does look okay. You can get away with it on my skin tone or wash denim. Wash denim is definitely your safest option in this large. If you want a safe option, wash denim. But 100% a pair of shorts. Remember, if you are between sizes, please go with your bigger size. You don't need to get a smaller size in this launch. The waistbands are fucking tiny. Any questions, like I said, message me on Instagram, comment them below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did find it helpful, because it really helps to push my content out, push my reviews out, so it can be spread far and wide. Yeah, discount code Amy for 10% off your order. If you do use it, please let me know, message me so I can say thank you. I always get back to every question about Alphalete, every message about a code use with Alphalete. To me, that's the beauty of having a smaller following. People say to me all the time, do you not want to grow your following? And I'm like, to be honest, I mean, it'd be nice, but I'm kind of chilling. Like, I can speak to everyone. Like, I feel like me and the people that follow me were kind of like friends, but like parasocial friends. It's weird. Social media is weird. But yeah, love chatting to you guys. So DM me any questions, DM me if you use my code so I can say thank you. Yeah, thank you for always watching my videos. Thank you for always supporting. It massively helps me out, and it helps me out so much with Alphalete. I've been getting quite a few questions recently about going out to the US and if I'm ever going to come to Alphaland. I feel like I might plan a trip, because one of my UK girlies messaged me yesterday and said that she bought her first Amplify thing because of one of my reviews. Then she went on holiday to Florida, and while she was there went to Houston to go to Alphaland, and that was all because of one of my reviews, which I thought was just so cool. But I'm also low-key jealous that she got to go before I did. I might have to plan a trip, but I only want to plan a trip if someone's going to be my bestie whilst I'm there, because I've never been to America. So maybe, we'll see. Yeah, thank you for always being so lovely, supportive. Love. Excited to be doing another giveaway. Gonna do the overlay clips for this video now. Hopefully get this video up this weekend. And yeah, anything I've not included in this, if I get another mini package with it in, I will be going over it on my Instagram story.